First of all, congrats as a appointment as a technical director of Sabah FC. And yeah, how do you see the difference from a player to technical director for Sabah FC?
Oh, I think the difference is absolutely huge. From a player's perspective, you're just worrying about yourself and your performance, your diet, your fitness, what happens on the pitch, and all of that sort of stuff. But as a technical director, I see my role from the bottom, which is grassroots, all the way to the top, which is the Sabah first team. We've got important things to actually do here. Coach education. We need to get all our players to get their licenses. The coaches that have got their level A need to get their FIFA Pro. The coaches that have got their level B need to get their A license. All the way down, the coaches that haven't got anything, who want to become coaches, we have to help them with their actually D. So then there's the first team, then there's the foreigners. It's very important for me that our foreigners come here for the right reasons. They understand the actual culture of Sabah and the history of Sabah, and they understand that what players like James Wong, Hassan Sunny, Maitland Margin have done, and they make a difference. They're here to make a difference. They're not here to have a holiday, if you know what I mean. So then we have our 17s, 19s, 22s. For me, that needs to be synchronized so that everybody in our program plays the same style of football. So the transition for our talented 17s into the 19s is an easy step, from the 19s into the 22s, and then ultimately our talented players that we think good enough and go from the 22s into the state first team. Their transition is very, very simple because they understand the Sabahan way of playing. So then there's the grassroots. We have the NFDP programs here, which are fantastic, really, really good. They've been running for a while and they're producing players. But I believe that there's a catchment area which we haven't, there's a catchment area of players that still haven't been seen. So I guess the easiest way for me to try to describe that is, if we have a pond, a fish pond of 50,000 fish, and next to that pond is another fish and it's got 5,000 fish, and we go fishing. We're going to catch more fish in the pond that's got 50,000. So we need to get our catchment area and more of our kids in all those kampongs out there playing football. And then we're going to find the next Maitland Margins, the next James Wongs, and the next Hassan Sunny.
All right, Mr. Scott. All people know, all fans know you are great players, but you have never been as a coach. So how you can what is you can offer to Sabah FC?
Well,
in between.
well, number one is I'm not a coach. I'm the technical director. So it's, you know what I mean? It's I've been involved in football my whole life, as a player, as a facilitator, as an agent, as a student of the game, and I understand Malaysian football. So I think what I just described now in terms of what needs to be done is very, very important, and I believe that I have the experience and the knowledge to get that job done. So for me, I've been involved in Malaysian football the last 15 years or so. I'm very proud that I've been involved in actually helping to get players like Brendan Gann, Matthew Davies, Korbanong, Junior Edistal, who have gone on to play for the Malaysian national team. And I'm proud to have been involved in that. But the opportunity to come back to Sabah, which is where I live, it's where my heart is. And I've been saying for many, many years that Sabah FA and now Sabah FC is the sleeping giant of Malaysian football. And I really believe that. I really believe that given time, we can achieve some great things, and the sleeping giant of Malaysian football is going to come alive in the near future.
Okay, Coach. Your present as a technical director welcome by supporters. Welcome by supporters. Very good. So, do you think is a challenging task for you to make sure Sabah FC makes a glory like 90s?
Yeah, I mean, football is about expectations and about pressure and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's to do something that you love and you enjoy. And it's not just me, I'm the technical director, but we have a head coach, we have a CEO, a team manager. So we become a family now. And, Sabah FC, we've got a young CEO, very dynamic, a lot of energy, great ideas, a team manager who is very, very young as well. And these guys have got great ideas. And I mean, they've come in now for about 8 weeks. The stadium is already being renovated. The dressing rooms are going to be state of the art. The training pitch. So our actual drainage system is being fixed. New dressing rooms at our training pitch, a coach's room, a new fitness centre. So this is all stuff that is happening behind the scenes, and the new management deserves a lot of credit for that.
Okay, coach. You mentioned that you are one of the person that identify the mixed blood players before this. I think who the circle in football knows about that. Nick Swirat, Brandon Gunn, and all players, others players. So, do you think, or will you bring another mixed blood players to Sabah FC this season?
Well, I'm not this season at the moment. All the mixed heritage players had already signed with other clubs before I was appointed at Sabah FC. But obviously, I have a close relationship with quite a few of them.
Right.
So we don't know what's going to happen, but I can guarantee that if I tried to get Matthew Davies and Corbin Ong from JDT, I can guarantee you TMJ is going to be very angry with me. So I will definitely not be approaching those type of players. But other players at other clubs, obviously I've got a close relationship with most of these players. But in football, you cannot look too far ahead. So at the moment, we're happy with our squad. We're in pre-season training. There's a lot of work going on behind the scenes, and all the mixed heritage players have already signed with other clubs. So we are not looking at that at the moment. But in the future, you never know what's going to happen. Yeah.
Yep. Coach, the next question about yourself, Coach. Yourself as a player. Okay. What helped you when you managed to emerge the top scorer twice? I mean, not top scorer, win a golden boots twice. Yeah.
What helped me was myself personally. I was very, very hungry. A quick history lesson. I arrived in Malaysia and went to Pahang and had a trial. Scored 2 goals, and Pahang said, "Tidak." Terima kasih, tidak.
Okay.
I then went to KL 4 days later, scored 2 goals. KL said, "Tidak." Thank you, but no. I went to Sabah, and Sabah said, "Okay, yes, we will sign you." So I guess I was a little bit angry, and I wanted to prove a point to these teams that they missed out on a good player. But things happen for a specific reason, and I was so happy to come to Sabah, and I've lived here for about 25 years now because it's a beautiful place. I really love Sabah. My heart is here, which is the reason why when the opportunity came back to work at Sabah FC, I was so happy.
Mr. Scott, you have retired at the age of 31 due to injury. Then how do you see your situation when having to forget football at a young age? Yeah, I think 31.
It was difficult at the time. When you're a player, you think it's never going to end. You think you can, because you're so young, you're so fit, you think you can play for forever. So at least until 35 or something like that. So when I had I could feel that my body, something wasn't right. And then in the end, I had arthritis in my hip and my ankle as well. And as a player, I think when you just cannot lurry like you have to. I just could not run. I could not move. I had no movement. And I knew I went to see the specialists and they basically told me for arthritis, there's not much they can do. So that was my time. But, then you make changes and I was out of football for a few years. I had a coffee bean franchise. I had an indoor soccer center but then slowly you go where your heart is. So I slowly got back into professional football and also grassroots football with my Borneo Cup and things like that. So, and the journey continues, and now the journey has led me into something else new. And but I'm sure that with my understanding and knowledge of Malaysian football, for me, I want to make a difference. That's the main thing. What can I do to make a positive difference in Sabah?
All right, Coach. Bonus question. This is regarding Sabah FC team. I just maybe your opinion. I knowing that Sabah FC looking some players, local players, who is Amri Yahya. So at the age of this player, as a technical director, your opinion is suitable for Sabah FC?
I'll take the Fifth Amendment on that in discussing about Amri and the import players as well. I think that's for the CEO to talk about at this stage. I've heard the rumours about Amri Yahya as well, and Amri Yahya is an icon of Malaysian football. What he did in his career was fantastic. Actually, me and Amri have one thing in common. That is, we both scored against Manchester United.
True.
So he has been a fantastic player, and from what I understand, is still very, 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 very fit. But whether he comes to Sabah or not, I will leave that to the CEO. Okay, because I don't think at this point in time nothing is confirmed about Amri Yahya or the import players. So out of respect, I think I'll leave that to Firdaus, our CEO, to make the announcement or any announcements like that at the appropriate time. Yeah.
All right. Coach, I think it's not too late to wish you happy belated birthday on behalf Astro Arena and Sabah FC, Coach.
Thank you, and send my best wishes to all my friends at Astro, because I worked at Astro for about 5 years or so on the English Premier League, so I made some really good friends. So to all the guys at Astro, a big hi from me, and I hope to see you soon.